It's going to be a dull and wet start to the day.
1953, and the man from the Met Office tries out for a new job, television weather forecaster. Jack Armstrong later became a familiar face, but it was his colleague George Cowling who actually delivered the very first forecast.
We'd been briefed to try to be a bit human, and I mentioned that tomorrow was going to be a good day for hanging out the washing, and this was something that had never been said before, and the press really took this up and thought that was a jolly good thing.
The forecasters became familiar personalities.
You swine!
Oh. The sun has got his hat on, hip, 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today.
The first woman arrived only in 1974 and found being in the public eye disconcerting.
And he's coming out today.
It did get to me a bit. All the criticism, especially about clothes and hair, and I mean most of the letters and things I got were lovely, very complimentary and very nice, but of course it's the critical ones that you remember.
Some forecasts became notorious.
Earlier on today, apparently, a woman rang the BBC and said she heard that there was a hurricane on the way. Well, if you're watching, don't worry, there isn't.
But there was a most terrible storm that October night in 1987. It's not as easy as it looks, as the amateurs show when from time to time they have a go.
In the west, rain will be lighter and patchier. There will maybe a few drier interludes over Dumfries House in Ayrshire. Aha.
Actually, it wasn't bad.
To the higher ground.
This is one of the weather studios at Broadcasting House. It's the one they use for the weather forecast after the 10 o'clock news in the evening, though if you live in Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland, you won't see that. One thing that hasn't changed in 60 years is that weather forecasters need to be able to talk for up to 4 minutes precisely at a time without a script, and in this studio at any rate, without any kind of map or chart behind them, though there is one when they look at themselves in the screen. The thing that's changed completely in the past 60 years is the technology involved.
Hand-drawn charts gave way to magnetic symbols that stuck to the charts, or sometimes didn't.
Oh dear, let's do it again.
Computer graphics arrived in the 1980s. Today's forecasts are more detailed and, they claim, more accurate than ever.
It's been shown that the 4-day forecast today is more accurate than the 1-day forecast was 30 years ago. You may not believe that, but that's been shown. So forecasts have improved.
Today's forecasters are still employed by the Met Office. There's a team of 18. And just now, they're not short of work. Nick Hyam, BBC News.